My name is James Williams Jr. Tonight I want to talk about some things that's kind of up close and personal to me. And I want to get this off my chest because there are things that people in your family say that just kind of piss you off. You know what I'm saying? Things that really shouldn't be said or brought up to the forefront. And, honestly, as people, we all need to learn how to get the fuck along in this world and let other people live their lives and be left the fuck alone. Alright? I have some family members that seem to have a little bit of prejudice in them towards things that some people frankly just can't fucking help. Alright? I have family members who live an alternative lifestyle. If you know me and you know what family members I'm talking about, then you know who the hell they are. But I'm not talking about them because I got nothing but respect for them because they're braver than most people to live out in the open like that. I'm talking about this older people in my family who don't know when to shut the fuck up and bite their fucking tongue. But there are some things you just gotta leave the fuck alone and let God work his fucking magic. Alright? So tonight my uncle and I got to arguing about one of my nephews. Now granted, me and this particular nephew ain't never seen eye to eye for his 21st birthday. We don't get along, but I respect him. And I will always respect him. Hell, I say I love the motherfucker, but I'll deny it in court. And as an uncle, I don't think I would be a good uncle if I didn't defend him to my uncle, who is his great uncle. And I love my great uncle, don't get me wrong. Well, his great uncle is my uncle. But there are times and places and things that should never fly out of somebody's mouth. Yeah, you may love somebody. Yeah, you may hate somebody. You may hate the way they live. But you're not God, and you do not have the right to judge anyone. So we got to argue. And it seems like every time we have this argument, because he doesn't like my nephew, he likes my nephew even less than I like my nephew. And you know, that thing about the enemy of my enemy, that shit's 100% true. And not that my nephew is my enemy, my uncle's my enemy, and not that I haven't about ready to kill them both, because I know that I could do it. No, I have been trained for all kinds of martial arts skills in combat, and granted, I have one good hip. But that only makes me more dangerous because a wounded animal is the worst damn animal that you can ever stumble across in the woods or the jungle, depending on where you are at the time, or even the desert. And coyotes aren't just dangerous in packs. So in this argument, my uncle wouldn't let me get a word in. And I'm a strong believer in the people that you pick on is who your kids wind up going to be up like. Just because it's kind of the way the world works. So one of my uncles has a son this way as well. And this uncle in particular that I'm speaking of, who doesn't like the alternative lifestyle nephew of mine, or the nephew of his, or whatever. Like I said, there's some prejudice in this crap. And this shit really gotta stop. You know, things happen. You deal with it, you grow, and you accept and love people for who they are and how they choose to live. Because life is too short for bullshit. So we got to arguing about this shit, and it's probably gonna bother me all night long. So I'm gonna probably toss and turn because I didn't drive down to a certain place in a certain part of a certain state and punch somebody in the goddamn face. Like I said, I don't get along with my nephew, but I'm a man of honor, and I think I did the right thing by defending my nephew, and I could be wrong. No, and I don't really give a fuck because you know what? My nephew could have been my son. It could have been his son. It could have been anybody's son. Anybody who don't know what the fuck the alternative lifestyle mean, it means they're not fucking straight. Alright? Come on. Put your fucking heads together. Put your thinking caps on. I'm sure you all have more than a third grade education. I'm trying to be politically correct and nice at the same time. And it kind of hurt my feelings that we argue about this for fucking hours, especially when I don't even get along with my nephew like that. I ain't gonna let nobody hurt him, but I don't get along with him. But I must be the biggest jackass or the most honor-bound son bitch that ever was because I was defending him. You know, and I love my uncle. And like I said, I love my nephew. I'll deny that shit in court because, when you're a man and you say you love another man, people look at you kind of funny. Not like when you love your dad, and I love them like I love my dad. Like I love every damn body else. And it shames me that in 2016, No one can get their shit together. We got terrorists to worry about, and you got to bring up my nephew's alternative lifestyle. Whatever you're doing wrong in your life, fix it. But you can't be mad at somebody for being brave enough to live their life out in the open. You know? Then he had the balls to ask me if I was living the alternative lifestyle. My answer to that is no. I like this. Trying to get that right here. Now, the funny thing is, I got mad respect for people who live the alternative lifestyle because they're the bravest ever. Because they have to deal with prejudice, racist, sexist, all these isms. For what? Because no one wants to be grown in America. Here we have all these people in America who just want to live peacefully amongst everyone else, and it's too much fucking work for them to do that because people like my uncle want to be a dick. But here's the thing. Anybody that you are fucking with over their lifestyle, your child could be that child. Your child's child could be that child. And then what do you do? Because that vicious cycle of karma is no motherfucking joke. And when karma comes back around, it comes tenfold. So for all of you who have wronged done someone at some point in time, and we all will live to regret it. But if you're raised right, you won't. But sometimes even when you raised right, you fall into the in crowd and they fuck you up. I'm guilty. I'm not a saint. I will never be a saint. If somebody dubbed me a saint, they must be like on some serious fucking drugs. But I am an honest man. And I am a man of honor. My integrity might be questionable every now and again. Because sometimes what I think is right, other people might not think is right. And to those people who don't agree with me, hey, that's your opinion. And under my breath, I would be saying, fuck you. But since you've already heard me say it, there you go. I want the world to get a hold of themselves. I want them to look in the mirror and check themselves. And if you got to prick a finger to prove that everyone still bleeds red, then do that. Because the only way we are going to stop racism, prejudice, and all the other stuff that fucking gives us all discontent towards each other is to either live in someone else's shoes or a big fucking alien ship's going to come down and fuck us up. Which by then we'll finally know who's strong, who's not, and what it's going to take to save our dumb asses from the problems that can be fixed. If we really wanted to work on racism, we could stop it. But no one really wants to work on it because as soon as a black guy gets a white man's job, or a white man gets a black man's job, or God forbid an Asian woman takes both of their jobs, everybody starts getting fucked up. And if a black woman takes their job, or if a white woman takes their job, it's a fucking problem. Okay, hold on. Let me pump the brakes really quick. If the person can do the job, their race and their gender should not prevent them from doing the fucking job. So what is the fucking problem that America has? I just said it all right there. Racism, sexism, and prejudices. Because for some reason, we all have that little itty bitty itch of discontent for people for some of the dumbest fucking shit. You know, one thing the Army taught me is that there's only one color in the Army, green. You know the other thing the Army taught me is how quickly someone can be taken from you. When my father died, it was the worst day of my motherfucking life. You understand me? Worst day of my life. The only thing that me and him talked about before he passed was Snoop Dogg. And don't think that I don't like Snoop Dogg. You know, I love Snoop Dogg. I don't have any of his music, but I did when I was younger, and that was the thing. You know, it's not my thing. I've grown up a little bit. I generally listen to rock and roll music and movie soundtracks, you know, and that's just me. And oh yeah, I also listen to music from Japan, China, and Korea. There's no Snoop Dogg there. But I still listen to that shit. Do I understand it? No. Do I give a fuck? Hell no, because their fucking music fucks. But that may give people discontent when they see my little white Honda Civic rolling down the street playing Boa from Korea. Or Iri Ore, I'm sure I didn't say her name right, but from Japan. In case you don't know who she is, Sword Art Online Season 2, the theme song, Ignite, and Kill la Kill, the theme song. I have no fucking idea what it's called, but the first theme song about something about the shackles and some stuff. I know Sapphire does the English version, okay, so there you go. But we need to stop the discontent. We need to stop being dicks towards each other, and we need to find that one common bond that unites us, and that is by blood. We all fucking bleed, and we all live, and we all can die. So once you get that through your fucking head, racism and all this other bullshit could come to an end. If the fucking hard-headed motherfuckers and the hardcore racists and dummies will stop being dicks. Let history lie. Remember history, but don't forget it. But also don't fucking repeat it. If slavery or anything was to come back these days, there wouldn't be any humans left. Armageddon would be one on the flip of a coin. Because there's no way in hell anybody's gonna subject themselves to being slaves again. No one. Not whites, not blacks, not Asians, no one. So, what is the problem in the universe? The problem in the universe is one little itch of discontent. And the second we all scratch that itch, all of our problems are over. It shouldn't take a person like me who's of multicultural descent who has no right to be a racist because I have white people, Native Americans, and black people in my bloodline. And technically, if you want to go scientific, there really are only 3 races in the human being genome, which is Negroes, Caucasians, and Asians. But they call the Asians Mongoloid, which is really fucking racist. So, I'm sorry if you're of Native American descent, that being the ones with the feathers, as well as the ones with the dots, we are considered Mongoloids in the scientific genome, which really fucking sucks, but that's another word they're using instead of using Asian. So, no matter what tribe you've come from, if you are from any tribe that crossed that land bridge, you're a fucking Asian. Alright? Deal with it. Hey, I had to learn it from a Korean. I just thought Native Americans were special and magical and indigenous, but apparently we're indigenous all over the place. My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit 2. Be kind to each other. Get rid of that fucking discontent. And don't forget, next month, The Avengers is coming out. I'm Team Cap. See the shield? Be seeing you.